back with more Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and in this episode we are going to take on the Snatch the Snatcher optional mission. And this is where they teach you about the capturing mechanics. Capturing is fairly simple. It can go wrong very quickly, but for the most part it's not that hard. So to get this mission, you have to talk to one of the research guys down below, and he gives you the mission, and I believe you get it after the what is it called? The best kind of quest. After that one is when you get it. You just gotta talk to him and he gives it to you. So just accept it like you normally would and handle the normal things. You don't need to prep for this one in any way, because you don't even need to worry about shock traps and tranq bombs, because if you do a capture mission, investigation mission, whatever, they give you traps and tranq bombs, so you don't even need to use them. So you just need to eat, manage your items like normal, and then head on out. So I'll see you out there. Alright, yep, so capture, you need a weaken, blah blah blah, tranquilize, blah blah blah. So, first thing you want to hit is the supply box, get the items you need.
Make absolutely sure you have tranq bombs. That one's a must.
Did I just equip? No, okay, it was the stone. Alright. So, this mission, one thing that will help me speed it up is if you can already track the Kulu-Yaku, which by this point you might not be able to, maybe you can. He's not hard at all.
The scout flies have found something. Go get a closer look.
Yeah, calm down. But yeah, it's the Kulu-Yaku. It's the same fight, you just don't want to kill him, that's all. And he should actually be walking towards us, because I think he comes in from that direction.
The scout flies have picked up the monster's trail. We'll be on the target before long. Hope you're ready.
Yep. Oh wait, that's not him. Whoa.
Go ahead. Follow the scout flies.
Yeah, it's telling me to go this way. Why'd you turn around? The camera does crazy things. Yep, there he is. He's all shiny looking. Oops, I didn't mean to get the feathers. Oh well, that's fine. I was trying to slide down the hill, but I wanted to grab the footprint before I slid, and I was too close, and I got the feathers instead, so I missed the slide chance. Let's go ahead and whale on him.
You need to wear it down first. The scout flies will hide once the fight breaks out. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, I just befriended a Kestodon. You're gonna destroy this dude. Oh, I was a little too far away. I knew I was far away, but I was hoping I was just in range. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
You've got your target on the rope. Put down a trap and capture it.
So here you go. Once you get him weak, just lay down the shock trap. Oops, I didn't mean to use mine, but oh well.
Hitting it with trank bombs
And just
until
hit it
the
with a trank bomb.
attacker kicks in.
And there you go. You're done. So like I said, if you look at my map, you don't see any skulls because my research level is low. If the research level is high, the skulls would have appeared already. But there's other signs that they're close to death. The problem is if you're overpowered, that window is very, very small of when they're capturable, because you deal so much damage. So like if you're at a high rank trying to farm out low rank and you're trying to capture them, you might actually want to switch to a low rank weapon. That way you can be more on level with them and it's easier to capture them. He would have ran away. So I don't think I was in danger of killing him, but he would have ran away, and once he runs away, he would have ran back to his nest, and he would have slept. Usually good signs is that they're limping. You can't trust they're limping, though, because sometimes they will limp if you've damaged their legs a lot. So their health has to be low, and their legs have to be damaged, and they'll limp, but they're still not in a capturable state. But when they start limping, that's a good sign that they're close. So you need to get ready for it. But like I said, the best way of capturing them is just to look for the skulls and to get their the research level high. That's the fastest way to tell. Also, I think once you complete this mission, you get a trophy. I think you get a trophy for the Capture Novice for your first capture. But that is all there is to it. It's really easy. I used my own resources like an idiot. I meant to use theirs, and I wasn't thinking. It was just, okay, I can capture it, and I just did it real quick because it's just habit. But that's all there is to it. It's done. Once it's done, and you're back in Astera, you need to go talk to the guy who gave you the quest down by the front gate, right over here. And he gives you a bunch of research points.
Hello.
Literally, the only reason you do this is just to, a tutorial for capturing. That's it.
Good to see you. Good luck.
And he gives you the next one for capturing a Baroth, and it's just to give you more practice at capturing. That's it. Because after this, I don't think he has any other missions for you. I don't think he has any more capture missions. But again, just to cover it real quick, to create traps, you need trap tools, which you get from the stockpile. You can earn them as rewards, but they're not common rewards, so you can't rely on them. You're better off just buying them. And they're not that expensive. How much gold do I have? 20,000? Yeah, it's 200 for one. So let's go ahead and buy 50 of them. So now that should hold me for a while. 50 traps will do you good. Once I start getting a good bit of money and doing some farming, I'll actually buy a couple hundred, and I won't have to worry about them again. The only thing you will have to worry about is the other resources, because there's two different traps you can make. There is the... Alright, let's go to the box. Alright, so you go to the crafting, and there's two different kinds you can make. There's the pitfall trap and the shock trap. Now, they do the same exact thing. I think the pitfall trap takes longer to deploy, but I think it traps them longer than a shock trap does, but not by much. Like, I think it takes like half a second to a second longer to deploy, and it traps them for half a second longer. And that's about it. That's the only difference. Now, there are certain creatures that are actually immune, or the Elder Dragons are completely immune to traps. Pitfall nor shock traps will have any effect on them. You cannot capture Elder Dragons. You have to kill them. There are certain monsters that are immune to pitfall traps, and some that are immune to shock traps. I say some, but I think there's actually only one of each. There's a monster you fight in Iceborne, in the expansion, and you can't fight him until Master Rank. And it's the Zenogre, and he is actually immune. I think when he's enraged, you can't trap him with the shock trap. It might be not at all, but I can't remember. I know you can't when he's enraged. When he's enraged, you have to use the pitfall trap. And then there's another monster you fight, and again, I think that's... I can't remember if that's Master Rank or if it is High Rank. The Nargacuga. I can't remember if that's part of the Iceborne expansion or not. But Nargacuga, when he's enraged, you can't use pitfall traps on him. He has sharp webbing for wings, and it's like metal. He uses them like razor blades. So if he's a pitfall trap, he can just cut his way out, so it won't actually trap him. So for the Nargacuga, you have to use a shock trap. And off the top of my head, those are the only ones. Nargacuga, Zinogre, and Elder Dragons. Those are the only ones. I think everybody else is immune to traps. And if it's a flying creature, they have to be on the ground and touch it. If they're flying and just fly over it, it will not aggro. They have to touch it with their feet. Maybe even their tail. I'm not sure. But they have to touch it. Or they have to be on the ground and touch it. Now, a lot of people prefer shock traps over pitfall traps because to make pitfall traps, you need a trap tool and a net. To make a net, you need ivy and spiderweb. So you need 3 resources altogether to make the pitfall trap. Two of them you have to farm for just to make one item, which you use with the combination of... Well, so technically 4 items altogether, because you need 2 to make 1, and then you need that 1 combined with the trap tool. So technically it's 4 items altogether. So with the shock trap, all you need is a trap tool and a thunderbug. That's it. Now thunderbugs they're easier to farm than the ivy and the spiderweb, so it's much easier to make the shock traps. Excuse me, it's much easier to make shock traps. Now, when you're out on missions and stuff, one thing a lot of people do, especially when you start doing multiple hunts, or if you're on an expedition grinding out monsters, and what I mean by multiple hunts is there's hunts you'll get where you have to hunt 2, 3, sometimes 4 monsters. So if you want to capture them, what a lot of people will do is, under manage items, and I'm doing it, they'll carry thunderbugs and trap tools along with the shock traps and the trank bombs. Because what happens is once you lay your shock trap, you can only carry 1. So once you lay that one down, whether it fails or succeeds, you have to go back to your camp, back to your item box to gather more. So if you carry thunderbugs and trap tools with you, you can just craft another one on the fly and lay it down. You don't have to go all the way back. So I recommend doing that. Let's go ahead and restock that. Now you can only carry 2, but that lets you lay 3 shock traps instead of just 1. And to craft one, it's easy, because if you have it set to your radial menu, but you're out of it, but you have the resources to craft it, just go to your radial menu and select it, and you'll craft it, and then select it again to actually deploy it. So it's that easy. Let's go ahead and carry a couple more. Oops, I don't want to store. Yeah, I like to carry 5 nullberries with me. Then when I'm out on a mission, I can gather more. I think I talked about this before, so I'm not going to do it again. Net gain, you want to carry more. Flash, want to restock that. And dung pods with 5 I'm good with, so I can keep gathering more. Right, okay, yep. So that's going to wrap up this episode. I hope you found it useful. Like I said, capturing is very easy to do. It's easy to screw up, but it's very easy to do. So you need to get your research level high enough, that way the skulls will appear fast. That's the best thing you can do. Them limping is an indication that they're close to capture, but you can't rely on that. That just means, because if you wait until they're limping, there's a good chance you're wrong. So, but keep an eye out for the limping, because when you see it, you need to be more cautious. And keep an eye on your map once you see them start limping. But yeah, that's all. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.